Hi, welcome to Flux Nourishment. My name is Megan if you're new to following me, and I'm all about helping active families simplify wellness. And today we are going to talk about a syndrome called FLS Syndrome. This is feel like shit syndrome. It's actually very common among everyone that I talk to on a daily basis. And I'm going to kind of run down some symptoms that will tell you that you have this FLS syndrome. Hi Kelly, thanks for joining. Okay, so some of the symptoms is you don't feel like showing up to your own life 50% of the time, 50% or more. You never get enough sleep or you are sleepless. Nothing is really wrong with you according to your doctor. You actually talk to your doctor and you say, I don't feel good, something is wrong, I'm not sleeping at night, and the doctor says there's nothing wrong with you. The struggle is real is your daily mantra. So all of these symptoms are actually very common, but some of my questions to you is, what if this doesn't have to be your normal? What if feeling this way and feeling kind of run down, like you don't want to show up to your own life, doesn't have to be your normal? What if your goals would suddenly come into focus with small, meaningful changes? And lastly, what if you being sick and your kids being sick 50% of the time doesn't have to be normal? Just because everybody around you that is normal, that doesn't mean that it has to be your normal. And so I was trying to think of some different things that make people feel this way, and the list just kept going and going and going of all the different reasons that someone would have this constant I don't feel 100%. I don't understand why there's people that are achieving much more or doing much more, and I don't feel like that I'm really able to just do my daily things. And so I'm going to kind of list off some of the things that I made a list about. Some of them are so simple and so intuitive that it's just things that you aren't thinking about. So dehydration is one of the number one reasons people feel just kind of run down. So you just simply need more water. Vitamin D or other mineral deficiencies, And so this can get so overly complicated, but I'm just going to simplify it down to the very, very basics. Your diet just maybe isn't enough, or maybe you're eating too much junk and it's making you unable to absorb the good stuff. And so this, again, you can just overcomplicate it. You can make this so much bigger in your mind, but it actually is not that challenging. And the last one that I wrote down that I wanted to share today was just poor gut health. And of course, this can go down a rabbit trail, but just essentially that your gut is poor and you're not absorbing enough nutrients, or you are putting off hormones that are negatively affecting you, or it's disrupting other hormones. Mainly serotonin. So this is going to affect how you sleep, and this is going to affect your moods. And so that could be one of the number one reasons that you just don't feel right. And actually all three of these things can be all mixed up and connected to each other. And so just wanting to simplify everything I've said today, as long as you guys don't have any questions. The number one thing is dehydration. Then the second one that I wrote down would be vitamin D or other vitamin or mineral deficiencies. And the last one would be poor gut health, which again can go down a whole trail, but we're just going to kind of simplify it today. And so that is exactly why that I am excited every day to wake up and do this, because I really do feel like that people are not living up to their full potential because they have just these things that they're not doing, or they're not realizing, or they're not including in their life, or things that they have too much of in their life. And if we can just make small, meaningful changes, that it could change everything about the way you feel. And lastly, so there is no magic pill or diet to fix this. Like, there just isn't. There's not a one size fit all. And that's kind of why I do what I do. And so I sit down with people and counsel them, and I don't even talk most of the time. It's most of the time just the clients talking to me. And so I want to go back to the doctor doesn't listen to you part of what I said in the initial opening, that you a lot of times are sitting with your doctor and you're telling him these things, and he's pulling out his prescription pad and he's writing this or that, or he's saying that's interesting, but he's not really doing anything to make you better other than prescribe something that didn't help in the first place. And so that is, I just feel like that a lot of times the doctors don't have time. They have too many patients, and they don't really even have the expertise to help you in that. And so they think because they have their medical degree and you're the patient, that you should be listening to them, and really what they need to do is listening to you. Hi, sorry I got cut off there. But you need to be able to talk to your doctor, and sometimes you just being able to voice exactly how you feel can actually help you on your journey. So that is what I do for people, is I just listen to them. A lot of times it's just a matter of them being able to hear themselves and to fix their own problems and to go down the rabbit trails and help their self feel better. And so very last thing is I want you guys to be able to make some application here and without feeling so overwhelmed. So the first application is very simple. You guys already know this. Drink more water. The second application would be to start thinking about what you're eating. Not necessarily change everything, but start thinking about what you are eating. And then, of course, you can use my giveaway opportunity to kind of get you started. Just think about a plentiful meal. It doesn't have to be completely excluded, all meat excluded, but it needs to be full of vegetables or fruits or seeds or legumes. And it needs to be colorful. It needs to look like something that you would want to eat. And so go ahead and tag Flux Nourishment, and then tag 2 other friends, and of course follow Flux Nourishment for more ideas. So thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to hearing all your comments and questions and ramblings about all the things going on. Thank you.